Here we go for the tube. Say what up, tube.
What up,
Yo,
tube?
what up, tube?
What up, tube? All right, and last but certainly not least, for the show, y'all ready to rock it and roll it?
Ready to rock and roll, brother.
Here we go in 3, 2, and 1.
Welcome to another episode of Business Bros.
Hey, with the rock star. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Business Bros.
Hernan Cias here, host of the Business Bros podcast, along with my co-host,
The insurance bro, James Cias, and as always, we have another fun-filled show ready to rock and roll for you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the electric parade has done left the land of Disney and landed right here in the Business Bros podcast studio. Get ready to light up your life, light up a room, and light up with smiles with what today's guest is bringing to us. Whether you're a raver headed out for a good time or a fidgeter looking for something new to do with your hands, we have a fun new product for you. A fellow Juntonian and rare San Diego native who has been growing this company for 10 years. From Throwlights and KandeKreations, please welcome Andrew Zhao.
Wow. Wow.
Give him out. He's walking out.
You were talking about UFC. I wanted to give you that UFC feel, you know?
Yeah, that was the best intro I've ever had, man. That was spectacular.
I told you I pride myself a little bit, or he told you I pride myself a little bit in my intros. It's like pretty much the only time that I talk during the show, except for the
Every once in a while, he chimes in the commercial break.
and the commercial break. But yeah,
Pretty
a little
good,
bit of fun with that.
All right, ladies and gents, before we show you the lights, not the dead lights.
The lights.
Before we hit the lights, I want to remind you guys, hey, thank you, Big Ups, 365 pairs of shoes. We hit that goal. If you guys still have shoes you want to donate, we're willing to take them. Hit James up, 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. Remember, he's the insurance bro. Pipeline Insurance is our insurance agency. Maybe you need help with your home, auto, commercial, workers' comp, general liability, whatever it is, we're here to help you. Not just that. Let's say you have a tax office or a mortgage office, something like that. You want to add insurance into that business. We're going to help increase your bottom line. We do all the heavy lifting for you because we got the muscles to do that. And we can cut you a check. But in order for you to find out how to do that, you got to hit James up, 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. Show sponsor for today is dronequote.net/business bros. Look, it's still going to be sunny even though it's going to be raining this week. You still need to take advantage of those sun rays. Turn those sun rays into dollar bills, y'all. Put that money in your pocket. Start shopping with solar. You need to go to businessbros.com. dronequote.net/business bros. That's where you start the shopping process. They'll send over a drone, take pictures of your rooftop, send to the solar companies, send to the roofing companies. You sit back, pick the quote that works for you, and get your solar on. That's all we got for you guys today. Well, actually, no. That's how we're going to start the show today. Let's get these lights going. Woo.
Wow, all right. That's the end of the show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah,
bye.
all right, later.
All right, yeah, that was Andrew. All right. See y'all.
All right, Andrew. Dang, Take Action Tuesday.
Take Action Tuesday. All right, here we go.
All right, Andrew, tell me a little bit about yourself. How'd you get into this whole thing on lights?
Loving, yeah. Well, I think so. 10 years ago, I was at home, and one of my friends, I was about, I was 17 years old, and one of my best friends who had just gone off to college in Colorado calls me on the phone, and he says, "Hey man, I got something I have to show you, so I tell him, "Hey, come on over."
Yeah.
And he comes on over, and he's got these lights with him, and the second I see him, I'm like, that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. And they just had the LEDs, right? At that time, LED technology was
brand new,
yeah. And they're all strobing, and he was doing this thing called conjuring, which is where you take a light, it's on, and then you click it and it turns off, and you can
it looks like you're throwing it around
between your hands. Yeah, and I was like, that's one of the coolest things. And so I started slowly started getting into it because I'd go to these parties and people would have the lights there, and it was this cool thing to do, and all the girls were watching them, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And you had to go to raves, and everyone's all into it, so I just started slowly getting into it, and it's been a huge passion of mine ever since.
Took over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it went from, dude, this will impress the girls,
to
how do I make money at this?
I feel like that's how everything starts.
It does. Let's face it.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong, right? How do we impress her? Oh, I really like her. I don't have any money. I need to make some money. What do I do?
Exactly.
I started making money. Hey, all of a sudden it's like, what girl was that again?
Yeah.
You find the new one along the way.
Exactly.
All right, so you started off in the party scene, and it kind of became a habit, or like, you know, you just got like addicted to it. How did you become like a business?
Yeah, man. So I've always been like this kind of guy where I have really strong, like I'm very much about intuition, and I had an intuition about gloving. Once I got into it, I was like, this is gonna be something big someday. And at the time, it was not. It was small. Like, there was just a few companies selling lights. They're probably doing like, like it's a very small industry, probably under $1 million, under $2 million. And just even in the last 8 or 9 years, the industry has exploded. It's gone from the size that it was today. It's probably about a $50 million industry would be my best estimate.
With just gloves?
Yeah. Well, I would say gloves, and then associated products with gloves. But our largest competitor did $30 million last year.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's gone from this niche hobby, and it still is a very niche hobby, but my vision for it is that it'll be a $1 billion industry someday. Much like many other underground hobbies have become global $1 billion industries. For example, if you look at skateboarding, which started in the 50s, or hip hop, which started in the 70s, very niche, started by kids who are on who are just messing around right on the street, and today are multi-billion dollar global industries.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is definitely something that's attractive and fun and recreational. People are still going to the clubs. People are still dancing every single day, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know about every day. Well, it's got to be every day somewhere, right?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. But it's still like there's other places where you can put that sort of attention now.
Yeah.
Like beyond just the one spot. Like it used to be, I think when it all started, you were like, well, you know what? You're at a bar, you're at a club, you're dancing, you're at a rave, something like that. And now, like, I mean, you have groups like the Jabberwockies came out, and now they're doing like all kinds of performances where, like, I saw the other day, I forgot what show it was, one of those like America's Got Talent or something like that.
Yeah.
And they're doing complete scenarios and like choreographed sessions of like light, dark, light up shows. Like it's become a huge thing where people are just mesmerized by the way these lights move.
Yeah, totally. It's a really interesting thing is like, going beyond just like the strict art form itself, where you're giving a light show to one person, like an audience. It's interesting to see how mainstream how the mainstream uses for these gloves, like for example, just wearing them in like dance performances, or like you said, in America's Got Talent. I think the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders actually, yeah, or no, the Dallas Mavericks, because it was Mark Cuban's team.
There you go.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Yeah. So they came out with their with like gloves on and did a performance. Actually,
it just adds that extra, like, what do they call it, James? Do you remember what they call it in cheerleaders? They like wiggle their fingers. Spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers, right? It takes like a whole new realm. Like for real, it's like, okay,
Spirit
so
fingers.
like cheerleaders, for example, they're always like, yay! Now you add lights and LEDs, and they can actually do a performance where it's like, it's spirit fingers like on crack, dude. Like it gets crazy.
it's really sick, man. It's they.
Are we gonna do it?
Yeah, I think
so.
we need to hit the lights. So if you're listening to the audio, I'm gonna try to describe this the best way I can. But that's why you want to make sure that you check out. Hey, drop the curtain over here. We want to make sure that you guys check out the live feed at Business Bros Pod on our Facebook page, so you can see extra little stuff like this. So Andrew just threw on this white pair of gloves.
Yep.
And he lit up each and every fingertip. Now, like right now, they're kind of flashing in different colors as he moves them around. So like the red and the orange flare up as he makes motion.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So if you guys are watching it, like it's a trip to watch. I mean, I used to do stuff like this when I go camping, and I grab like a stick from the fire and it's nighttime, and you kind of move it around and you can almost write letters in the air. It's kind of that same visual effect, but Andrew's doing it with his fingers.
Yeah, so there's actually an accelerometer in these lights, so that when you move around your hands, like the colors can change based on the speed that you're moving them.
Oh,
yeah.
And so you basically get these programmed, or how does that work?
So I have an engineer who's building some lights for me.
Mm-hmm.
And we send them off to our manufacturing partner, and and once we have a working prototype, it goes to manufacturing, and then once we get the design perfected, right? Because there's a lot of stuff that goes into it as well. Just stress testing, ensuring that the durability is there, that the usability is there. But once we get that down pat, that's when we start selling it. And we've got great partners that are experts in that stuff.
So let me ask you, like, I've always, and this might be completely out of left field, but I've always said that when I go to the snow and stuff, in San Diego, we don't go to the snow very often.
Yeah.
The things in my body that get cold are always my toes and my fingers, right? If I can keep my toes and my fingers warm, I would enjoy the snow a lot longer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have a technology that lights it up. Does it get warm in those fingers at all? Do you feel like the battery power or anything like warming up?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So with LEDs, the great thing about LED technology is that they don't really warm up. Yeah, it's such an efficient light, and it's a small amount of energy usage that they pretty much stay cool. But it does also come down to like the glove itself. Is the glove breathable? Is it too thick, or is it how's the fit on your hands, right? Because when you go to shows, sometimes it's cold out there, sometimes it's hot, and you're wearing them all night, you're getting sweaty. So really the formulation of the glove itself is very important, because that'll determine how comfortable it is to wear.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
San Diego raining has started.
There it is. It has begun. It's a good thing I brought my chaps.
All right, so having the glove in the right material, it's something that you guys have worked on for a while. How did you come up with Throwlights and decided to jump into this as an industry and like actually make it into a life, like an actual business for a lifestyle?
Yeah, so I think so. What I first did was I used to be on this website called Blur Life, right? And you know how like the internet communities pop up for like just
segments at a time.
Segments of the population, and there was this website for ravers, and I was on it, and I was like, you know what? Within the ravers, there's light show artists, and light show artists, they need their own forum too. So I went and started this online forum called Throwlights.com, and that was actually super popular. I think I was like about 18 at the time. And we gained several thousand users. It was super active. You could go on at like any time of the night, and there are people in the chat box, just shooting the breeze or whatever. So that's where it started. Basically, it was an online forum. I've ran into a lot of hiccups over the years, just being a young kid. I was a raver. I didn't really know how to run a business. I didn't really know how to monetize what I had, even though I had a very, a successful forum that was gaining a lot of popularity. So I eventually shut down the forum, and I spent years just learning how to be a business person. I just really paid my dues for like 6-7 years.
Did you go back to school at all?
No, I never went to school. I just started grinding, I started grinding, and but the idea of like this, my vision for gloving just never left me. And eventually I was like, all right, I think it's time. I'm going to start this again.
But I think that's my personal opinion. That's the best kind of education, the one with a purpose. Like you don't, I don't want to discount like what you learn at like a college or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of courses that you have to take when you go to university that have nothing to do with the thing you actually want to learn.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of like today. Like today, you're like, look, I have this idea in my mind. I have this vision of where I want to go. I'm gonna focus all my efforts. Everything I'm learning is specifically just for this. All the other stuff, I can care less.
Yeah, I think that's one of the crucial elements to success, is just being like obsessed with what you do and having that tunnel vision. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
Ready to make able to make the sacrifices that it takes to get there.
Because what you're doing is you have a product, right?
Yeah.
And so when you have a product, there's a lot that goes into it. Aside from just selling it and getting your message out there, you're also talking about product development and research and development stuff. You're talking about, well, which glove do I pick?
Yeah.
Do I have to make it out of a certain product? Who's going to make it?
Yeah.
I have to add these LED lights in there. How do I turn them on? How do I charge it? How do I change the battery? Like all these different things that you have to go through to decide, what your product is supposed to look like, then how to create that product, and then also to distribute that product.
Exactly. Yeah, man. There's so many different hats that a startup CEO has to wear, and it's almost overwhelming at times. And that's why I say is like, you got to have that tunnel vision, because for me it's a 24/7 thing. Like I'm always like because I'm new to this, right? Like this is my first time being a startup CEO. And so like what I lack in experience, I have to make up for in work ethic. So like I'm always like, even like it could be like I start in the morning and it's like 9 p.m. I've been working all day and I'm still driving. Like I'm still trying to learn, trying to work on my business, and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And how's it been so far?
Dude, it's been awesome, man. So, I quit my job on August 1st. Yeah, I actually had a really sweet gig. It was a corporate sales job, and I was doing really well there. Actually, I had my last 2 months, I smashed my quota. People were when I was walked in one day, I told them, "Hey, like, listen, I'm leaving," and people were like, "What the heck? What are you doing?" Exactly. It's like it was kind of cool. It's like sort of like a legendary, like, all right, bye.
If you cool.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, exactly. No, I liked most of my coworkers, but it was kind of like a peace. Yeah. Like I'm off.
Here's your keys.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta go. Just not gonna be here anymore.
Yeah.
But it was a sales job, right?
Yeah.
So you had to have learned some stuff that you're taking with you.
Oh yeah. Like the experience was, yeah. The sales has been, I learned so much, man. Yeah. Yeah. I recommend sales to anyone because, so many.
Speaking of sales.
Exactly.
The time is 16 minutes and 54 seconds. We interrupt today's regularly scheduled #1 podcast in San Diego for a purely selfish, completely irreverent, sell-out cash grab word from our sponsor. Hernan, what are we selling today?
On this cloudy San Diego day, we're selling dronequote.net/business bros. We're giving you the opportunity to shop for solar the easy way. Don't wait for somebody to knock on your door, sit through a 90-minute presentation just to get an estimate that you're not even sure is comparable to anybody else. It's easy to get an estimate from multiple solar companies simply by going to dronequote.net/business bros. They're going to send a drone over to your home. They're going to measure your rooftops. That means nobody's stepping on your roof at all. Send those measurements to roofing companies and solar companies. You sit back and have all the top solar companies send you a quote. You pick the one that works for you. Get your solar done. We're not telling you which company to shop for in solar. We're just telling you how to shop for solar. dronequote.net/business bros. 10.
And now, back to the regularly scheduled #1 podcast in San Diego, the Business Bros Pod.
Boom. See,
Boom.
Sales, dude. It's all about, it comes down to, can you pay the bills?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It always comes down, like, you can have the best product idea. You can work on the development of that product. You can have a bunch of it in inventory. But if you can't sell it, what good is it going to do you?
Exactly. Yeah, man. Sales is everything. Sales is the lifeblood of a business. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you gotta move product.
You have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how's it been moving? You've had, I wonder, because you built the forum, you had a lot of engagement on there.
Yeah.
Were you smart enough? Because I know my first business, a couple businesses, I didn't do that. But were you smart enough to
like the contact list and all that stuff?
Yeah,
I did, but they weren't that relevant anymore. It's been like 8 years.
They all grew up.
Yeah, it's like, well, like a lot of them, like half of them didn't even work anymore, and then like I'd get like, you're not supposed to like just spam. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, they hadn't actually signed up for e-commerce emails. They just were like forum members. So I sent a couple emails, and it was like I had a bit of success with it, but it wasn't as valuable as you'd think. Yeah.
Who are you targeting nowadays? Like, who are you going after?
Well, pretty much like right now, like I said, I left my job 3 months ago, so we're still very early. And at the moment, we're only selling on our websites, so KandeKreations.com and Throwlights.com. We're not doing any digital advertising. We don't have any marketing spend at all, except for word of mouth. But those are all plans that we're going to implement soon.
Very soon.
Yeah, and we're not even on Amazon yet. Yeah. So that's something that's in the works right now.
Because that's a process too, right?
Yeah.
Have you started looking into the whole Amazon process?
I have. Yeah. I applied for a seller account the other day. So
I haven't really dug deep into that, but from what I heard, actually I think I heard it at the Junto meeting. We were talking about how Amazon has a sweet spot on a price point where it can be profitable for you if you hit a certain dollar amount on your price point.
I mean, I think Amazon's super profitable. My closest competitor, they're doing like $100,000 a month or something like that on. That's my estimate. It could be way off, but I know they're selling a lot on Amazon. And when I look at other e-commerce companies, like Amazon is a major source of revenue for most e-commerce businesses. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, what did the statistic? I think it was something like 50% of the homes in the United States are Amazon Prime members.
Yeah,
half, dude.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just the convenience of being able to shop for whatever you want, whether it's something you absolutely need or something you want to enjoy.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't matter. Like, it's a click away.
Exactly. I know. I use it every day.
Same.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the drones start dropping off packages.
Dude, that's
gonna be dope.
Huh? Yeah.
Dude, and it's funny because I teach high school during the day, so I'm my kids, man. I have seniors, and I have them. I invite them always to follow us on social media, but then sometimes I'm like, dude, these guys threw a party, and I remember what it's like to throw parties, but I always try to tell them, I'm like, don't be posting that stuff online, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the party and I'm thinking, damn, the glows would have been perfect right there, right?
Yeah, they're great at parties, man. Yeah.
Because I got a lot of kids that, like I said, like, I don't know if listeners ever notice or people who watch our show, I'm always fidgeting with the wire down here. So sometimes camera, you can't see it, whatever. But I definitely tend to, I'm a fidgeter. I tend to shake my leg a lot. And so trying to avoid doing that during the show, I mess with the little wire, or I have a pen or something that I'm messing with. This is something that's really cool for keeping you active.
Yeah, because
right?
I mean, even if you don't have your gloves on you can still be like, practicing your moves with just your fingers. And like, this actually looks cool too. People like record videos that they call finger shows. Mm-hmm. And it's like something you can just like fidget with all the time. And like, you're not just like fidgeting, but you're actually building a skill too.
Nice skill.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: have you got on TikTok?
No, man, not yet. But I know some of my competitors are doing it. Yeah, I know it's a cool It's pretty cool.
It's a cool platform.
It's
dude.
like the perfect platform, really, for this.
Yeah,
you got the demographic of the people who are going to be buying your product.
That's absolutely
not just
true.
that. It's a demographic that's going to buy your product probably for the next 6 to 10 years.
Yeah, Gen Z.
Right?
Yeah,
They're the ones that you want to target.
Yeah.
Not just that. There's no other platform right now where you can make a video or somebody else can, and it can go viral with there's no algorithm stopping the distribution of that kind of like viral video right now. Like if you wanted to, or growing a following, for example.
Yeah.
Like you put some content on there, you can grow your following super quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's something I definitely need to get on. Yeah,
I know. It's funny because we hooked up on LinkedIn. Well, actually, I met Andrew at a Junto meeting.
Yeah.
Right. And so we hooked up on LinkedIn, and I hadn't really sent him anything. And the very first thing I sent him was like, "Are you on TikTok?" And I sent him a video.
You sent me that video. Yeah, that was sick.
Because I just saw somebody doing the same type of thing, and I thought, dude, I know somebody who does this. Like, you should be on here doing it. Like, you should probably go on there and look for people who already have a following that are doing stuff with their hands.
Yeah.
And just ship them a product and be like, boom.
That's a great idea. Actually, I might actually do that.
Well, Blair Evans says she's on it.
Oh, how do you know Blair Evans, dude?
I'm talking to her right now on the Facebook.
Dude, that's sick. Yeah, Blair Evans. Shout out Blair Evans. She's one of our sponsors. She's got some dope light shows. Y'all should follow her.
So she's on TikTok. So
is she on TikTok?
That's what she said, right?
Yeah, she said she's on it. Well, I don't know if she's on it like already or if she's already on top of it and doing it. So, or she's about to. But either way, if you're not there, you gotta be next.
Yeah.
You're gonna be now.
Well, I guess
At the very least, you
Follow
should
us at Business Bros Pod.
Yeah, at Business Bros Pod for our TikTok.
Yeah.
But you should be on there. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, dude, I think that's one of the cheapest ways to do it. And you're getting, like, people are going to see, if it gets trendy, right, where people are like, dude, check this out, and they're doing, like, cool little videos, you're going to have a grip of people saying, where did I get that?
exactly.
Where did I get them?
Yeah. And that's really, honestly, like, I feel like that's really how our business has grown, is just by creating, like, viral content that people like to interact with. And
Yeah, but 10 years ago, viral content is, did you see that at the party? Did you see it?
Yeah,
Or, you know what I mean?
exactly, yeah.
Now viral content is, you know, the guy in freaking, you know, Alaska did a show because he's doing nothing when it's dark, you know, 12 hours a day over there. It goes viral, and the guy in Florida's like, I want one of those. And they're, you know what I mean? Like, it's a completely different viral scenario. And TikTok's right now, like, it's prime for you in what you're doing. Like, you should be on it, dude.
Yeah.
You should be on it.
Yeah.
Throwlights.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we're going to see. We're going to see at Throwlights. I will follow you, dude.
Throwlights
just to check
official.
out your stuff.
Yep. And you're gonna have to follow Blair Evans as well.
Cool. Make sure you throw it on the thing. I will.
did.
Yeah. At Business Bros Pod. Blair, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Send me. I'll follow you. I'm always checking out cool stuff on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
And it, you know, yes, it's trendy. Yes, it's where a lot of teenagers are doing their thing right now. But it's aging up, dude. Like, they used to be 9 and 10 years old, and now they're like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
And like, it's the next big thing, dude. So
Yeah, I think you guys have me convinced, man.
TikTok, dude, is where it's at right now. Look, the worst case scenario, you're on there, you promote your product, TikTok falls off the face of the earth, and you just acquired a following of people who are interested in your product.
Exactly.
Right? Best case scenario, you're hopping on now, you're helping with influencers out, you get a good following, and then TikTok takes off and turns into the next Instagram. That's best case scenario.
Yeah, I like those odds, man.
All right?
Yeah.
Super inefficient way to get your marketing stuff out there.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the plan? Like, where you kind of talked a little bit about it. You kind of said you have the vision for the $1 billion industry, but where do you position yourself? Where do you see yourself in the next like year or so? I mean, and the only reason I asked is because I went to that last quarterly session, so I know you've been thinking about your 2020.
Definitely.
So what does 2020 look like for you?
Well, you know, as I mentioned, we quit my job 3 months ago and really been working the business seriously for that time. And just in the 3 months that we've been at it, we've quadrupled our sales.
Nice.
Yeah, we actually acquired one of our competitors, which is now KandeKreations, you know. What we have brewing right now is we're releasing 2 new glove lights, and they're going to be innovative. You know, they're going to be super high performing in terms of the form factor, and we're going to load them with some really cool features. So I think that'll actually substantially boost our revenues. We're looking to get on Amazon, and then also to start implementing some digital marketing and some advertising behind our products. And I think a combination of those factors is going to take our revenues and really skyrocket them. So I mean, so far, everything that we've been doing has really beat even my own expectations. 2020, I think, will really be our year. So we did raise a seed financing round in this year, which is, you know, what enabled me to quit my job. And we're in the process of closing out that round. So that's something that's keeping me busy right now too. But yeah, man, just keep on
grinding.
Yeah, keep grinding, do things bigger and better than ever. You know, that's
and
always been our motto.
in 2020, he's gonna rock it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Seed money, quit the job, quadruple sales, and he's gonna be busting it on TikTok. That's what's gonna happen. Going viral. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Let's do the Ask the Bros section. So I've asked you a ton of questions, and this is your opportunity to ask us a question, whether it's business or personal. Completely up to you. And while you think of that, I want to remind our audience. Thank you very much for the shoe donations. We really appreciate it. We hit our goal for the year, but if you still have shoes, we will take them off your hands. Hit James up, 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. He is the insurance bro, so if you need any of your insurance needs, maybe you haven't checked on your homeowner's quote in a while, maybe your business hasn't been updated, you've just been auto-renewing, you don't know what kind of discounts you have available to you, so make sure you hit James up, 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. We'll also add insurance into your particular particular business that already exists, giving you an extra revenue stream, but you got to contact us to find out how. Drumcode.net/business bros is our show sponsor for the day. So make sure you guys go there to start the solar shopping. Drumcode.net/business bros. That's how you start. You get solar on your rooftop after that. Start making money from the sun. Drumcode.net/business bros. All right, Andrew, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. I think my first question is, if I send you guys some gloves, are you guys going to put some light shows on TikTok?
Ooh. Challenge accepted. I will definitely do it. There's this feature on TikTok called a duet.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
so what you do is, like, there's somebody who already has a particular TikTok that's gone viral or whatever, and it split screens it, cuts it in half.
Okay.
And so you have somebody who's really awesome at whatever it is they're doing, and then you have another person either doing facial expressions or trying to copy the same dance moves, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun to challenge people. Like, here's the challenge. And then as a duet, I'm going to try to do what you did.
Okay.
And I think it'd be funny for people to laugh at us, like, you know, this is you doing an amazing thing. This is me trying to copy you.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
It'll get done.
It'll get done, dude. I like that.
I like
think it's
it.
a fun feature to do.
Nice, man.
But absolutely, dude.
Yeah. How many questions do I get?
And go ahead. You can ask another one.
All right. Where are you guys taking business bros?
Business bros. So,
My bad. I was a little late.
So I'm actually looking to utilize the audience that we've created and the space that we have and turn it into more of an ad agency in the background. So the Daily Show is still our ability to get in front of new people, and like yourself, for example, right? You're in business, you need some general liability policies, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's our opportunity to build a relationship with you and then also build our insurance company. But on the back end, like, that's his baby, right? Insurance is what James does on a daily basis.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, this is my fun thing. Now I get to, like, write song parodies and make fool of myself and, you know, sell products for other people. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's the fun thing for me to do on this side.
Awesome.
So that's the plan for 2020, is to build an ad agency around the exposure that we do on the Business Bros.
Wow, man. The big plans.
The big
awesome, man.
plans.
Always think big.
Always. I got ideas coming here and there. Right? Every once in a while.
Yep.
And he'll be happy because if I'm focusing my attention on building an ad agency, I'm not changing processes in the insurance company.
Nice, man. You gotta stay out of each other's hair.
Right?
Exactly.
Because that happens all the time. We're like, what are we doing? We're going to go in this direction now. He's like, oh.
I
Damn.
was working on something else, but okay. that's cool.
I feel it. Yeah.
Whatever's next.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew, I want you to look at this camera right here. I want you to tell people, how do they get a hold of you if they would like to purchase your gloves?
Yeah, so check us out on Instagram at Throwlights Official, or on Facebook at facebook.com/Throwlights. You can also just head to our website, and we have all the social media links there too. So that's throwlights.com. Description is right here. Yeah. Yep. And then also KandeKreations.com. So check them out. Stay tuned. You guys going to see some big stuff coming.
Boom. All you party animals out there, you need this sort of stuff.
They need it.
Christmas is around the corner. I think an elf would look better with some gloves on that light up. Just saying.
Light up your life.
Light up your life.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew, thanks for being on the show.
Dude, thank you so much, Hernan.
Appreciate it. Ladies and gents, that's all we got for you guys today. Peace.
Spread positivity.
And we out.
Bye-bye. All right. Thanks, Facebook. Thanks for hanging out today. We appreciate you, Blair. We're going to follow you on TikTok and follow us back. Can't wait to hang out and do some duets.
Dude, that was a blast, man. That was really fun.
Cool, right?
Oh, yeah. I love that kind of stuff, man. It's a rush.